in advance for the noise. This is an urban garden in the middle of the city, so you'll hear some city sounds in the background. But this is basically my garden in box so far. As you can see, I am having several varieties of lettuce and spinach pop up. I did cut some back, and I did get an opportunity to juice those yesterday, so I'm really grateful for that. So I did also some extensive weeding. Weeding gets a little hard when you have seedlings this early, simply because you don't know the difference between the seedlings and the weeds. So I was able to weed for the first time. I've also added a few marigolds to my garden because you can see, if I get real close up on the spinach leaf, some aphids have kind of set in. You see those little holes? And marigolds kind of deter aphids from eating your leafy greens, because aphids can be a problem this time of year. And I do try my best to keep a chemical pesticide-free garden. This here are some more marigolds. This here in this pot, I'm growing chamomile. You can see that the seedlings have started. Here I am growing lemon balm. And here I am growing dill. That's one of my youngest daughter's favorites. Here is some cosmos flower. This is a butterfly attracting plant, and it also makes a pretty nice centerpiece. They're cut and grows. So you can cut them back and then they grow again. These are going to be some sweet peppers. And these are bushes that I'm growing. This is a raspberry bush, and this is a blackberry bush. So the plan is to just grow these, not let them flower, prune the flowers back, and then next year I will let them fruit. Some more peppers. These are going to be my spicy peppers. So far, no germination yet. Here in this ground cover, you see the outbuilding next to it. Outbuilding is kind of rough. But here you see some sweet peppers that I purchased. Just small little organic peppers that I'm going to be growing myself here. These are tomatoes. You can see they sprouted up from seeds, and I already kind of have them caged. I think I probably need a little bit of water. It's been a very hot day today. You can see it's still really rough back here. This here, right now it's in the shade, but in the morning it gets full sun. This is my butterfly garden. So these are going to be for my butterfly and bee attracting pollinator plants. I planted some from seed, and also, again, the marigolds. I bought like an 8-pack of marigolds. And this is just basically a mound garden. Well, I did put a little bit of the weed paper down, and then I grew some sunflowers up from seeds as well. And I just put this in a mound garden. The mound garden is kind of what I'm going to do with the bushes. Just put a mound of dirt and not really to worry too much about weeds, and just kind of let the flowers grow. These are some seedlings of some other peppers. I'm having trouble germinating peppers. I don't know if the seeds itself or if it's something that I'm doing. So this is it's a higher mix of peat than normal garden and potting soil. Here I have black mint. Okay, black mint. Chocolate mint. And since mint is kind of a gangster, mint's a gangster. So mint pretty much stays in its own container. It grows like a weed. Now I'll take you around. It's rough back here. You guys know. Here we go. I'm going to take you to the greenhouse. There's the greenhouse here. And I showed you ladies this in my short. These are my strawberries. So what happened was I had one strawberry plant that ended up just kind of going wild. And this is the strawberry plant. I put this one, and each day I'm getting about 4 or 5 reasonably sized strawberries off of these strawberry vines. This is some cosmos flower and sage. This here is when my strawberry vine started going out of control. It just started growing in the floor of the greenhouse. But I did get some fruit off of it. And again, this is originally where I had planted the strawberry vines. Then I had to separate them out. So I'm going to make sure I pick some of this fruit today so it doesn't rot. These are cucumbers. So cucumbers are climbers. So I'm going to have to organize the net and the caging so that these cucumbers, when they get big enough, can climb. Some more marigolds and sage. These are melons. This is one, it's like a variety of cantaloupe, and this is a variety of watermelon. Those are the only two things that are growing here. This is another variety of melon. It's like a rare, like African sticky melon. We saw it in the store, like that sells like rare breed seeds and plants. I didn't know this many would germinate, so clearly I'm gonna have to like separate these out and thin these out eventually, so we can get some of those melons that I haven't tried before. And of course, the floor of the greenhouse, which I'm still weeding, putting rock, putting weed paper down. Now, this is not a permanent structure because we didn't want to get a permit. We already have enough permit issues renovating, so it's just built with like around with dirt, rocks, and then weed paper around the sides. The weed preventing paper around the sides. But it still does get pretty hot in here. It's hot in here right now. It's still pretty hot and humid. A lot of this has drainage. They have holes on the bottom here. They drain pretty well. So when I water it, if I overwater, it ends up creating like more a moist environment here, and then that humidity stays inside. So this is an insect habitat. So for pollinators, if they want to come hang out here for a little bit, or butterflies, or ladybugs, if they want to hang out here for a little bit. And these are just a few tools. So I'm going to be leaving some more pictures and gardening tips for those of you who are interested in urban gardening, because this property is a little bit under an acre. So I definitely have some more properties, and I will definitely make sure I link things that are really conducive for urban gardening, like tiered planters, container gardening, things like that, for those of you who are interested in gardening in an apartment or on a smaller property, smaller renter property, in case you can't like do things like build permanent or semi-permanent structures. All these are semi-permanent, so because you want to make sure you keep in line with your city's ordinances. Okay, so this is Mocha Mommy, and I'll see you